Like, we were trying to force each other into what we saw on TV. Yeah. We were trying to force each other into what we heard somebody else say that a wife and a husband is supposed to do. And we were butting heads nonstop. Hey guys.
What up, though?
All right, guys, so we wanted to come to you all because we have not been on the camera in quite some time, and we recently just got us a brand new camera, so we wanted to do more videos. This camera is a lot more vlog appropriate, so we're going to be doing more vlogs. Thank God. He cut me off, but I knew he was going to say something silly, so I had to snatch that opportunity really quick. You're just trying to shake your locks. He is so annoying. Ooh. So much has changed since, well, no, I'm lying. Nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. I'm still trying to lose weight. Like, I've been trying to lose since, let's say 2007.
I'm still losing weight.
I wish I could pan over to the Popeyes chicken that he has. So we went to the gym today. Well, no. We signed back up with the gym today. And this one walks in with an apple cinnamon pie from Popeyes. Isaiah's walking in with his apple pie, and we're walking into the gym so that we can talk about re-enrolling back at this gym. So, yeah, go ahead, man.
You said what?
Walk in with your apple pie. Why is he walking in with apple pie, y'all? Annoying. You are so annoying. Remind you, he stopped at Popeyes right before and got a 9-piece and 4 biscuits. Looking for this treat that Isaiah got for himself. Oh.
They slid that in there? Oh, I thought I was talking about the extra biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me this. They must have given me somebody else stuff. I gave somebody else pie.
They probably did. Let's see. Oh, that hot cinnamon apple pie from 119. And before that, he drove an extra like 30 minutes to go to Culvert's, which is an ice cream place, frozen custard place, and get some ice cream.
Cheat day.
This ain't it. Yesterday was your cheat day. The day before that was your cheat day. Every day is your cheat day.
I ain't had no cheat day yesterday.
Every day is your cheat day.
Today is my cheat day.
You cheat every day.
No, today my cheat day.
So what was yesterday?
Yesterday wasn't no cheat day. I did good yesterday. I ate soup.
With egg noodles.
You cooked it?
Okay, you ain't have to eat it.
Yes, I did. I cook with my wife cook because happy
I
wife,
cook with my cook.
happy life.
I cook with my wife cook.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah. If I would have said I wasn't going to eat it, then it would be like, oh, so you must have been eating some other woman's food. So I got to eat what she gives me.
We went on a date recently. We went to a nice African restaurant here in Norcross.
Where she was over there being bougie and she was over there acting like she was all shy.
Why are you so annoying? Isaiah.
What up? I guess that's fun.
But we haven't been on a date in a while, and that was something that Isaiah's really big on dates. I mean, I'm big on dates too, but Isaiah's more so big on, wanting to go out and us do something together, just the two of us. I'm more so like, if we all go out, I'm good with that. But I think he focuses more so, I don't know. I think he complains about it more, but I make it happen more. I think he wants me all to himself, honestly.
If it's on a Sunday, then that's more like a family day. Everybody can kind of be together, but if it's like a Saturday night or something like that, or a Friday night, then that need to be adult night. Some of that Biggie and Faith, you feel me?
I I think that that's a big struggle that we come across with us being such a large family. It's 7 of us, and we struggle with wanting to have our family time and then wanting each kid to know that they're individually loved and they have their own time with us. And then sometimes we put ourselves on the back burner because by the time we've done everything, we're kind of drained out. So just imagine if we devoted each day to, you know what I'm saying, to one of the kids, that would be Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. And then if we focus on us, that would be like Saturday, and then family day is on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But in the real world, it don't work like that. Yeah. Isaiah's the type of person where he thinks something in his head completely by himself. He does not consult with me at all. And then he wants me to understand his plans that he's planned in his head, not knowing that we already have things in place for it.
We ain't got nothing in place.
Yes, we do.
I'd be like, hey, babe.
I knew you was going to say that. She was going to say that. Oh, I'm sorry. I knew you was going to say that. So,
if she knew what I'm thinking now, and she knew what I was going to say, would have been doing what I...
knew about this.
Yeah.
And sometimes, honestly, before it would frustrate me, and it would get to it would frustrate me because he'll make plans. Isaiah will legit make plans with people, and one thing that aggravates me is that he'll make plans, and the plans that he makes with people is like, a lot of his friends don't have kids, or they don't have as many kids as us, or they're not family oriented. That's correct in saying?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Okay.
Probably.
So whenever they make plans according to their situation. They're, fly by the wind type of situation. We're not fly by the wind type of situation because, for one, we have a 2-year-old and we have our other kids. Our 2-year-old is usually the biggest problem whenever we're just trying to do, before we could do fly by the wind, because we had my mom that stayed with us, and Grayson wasn't even born. So we were able to do more like fly by the wind type of stuff. But now we have a toddler, and I think it's harder for him to comprehend that we have a toddler and we just can't just drop everything and go hang out or go do certain things.
I don't think she understands the whole drop everything is. She'll feel like even if it's scheduled or something like that, then she'll go back and be like, it's maybe an hour or two before it's time to go, and then she just feel like she just don't want to go.
I admit that I am a procrastinator, but at the same time, girls get dressed differently from dudes. If I don't have the right outfit and I'm not as comfortable as I want to be with my body right now,
but that's not fair because you feel as though you're not comfortable with your body. I'm your husband. I'm your man. I love you for who you are, who you're not, and who you should be. So therefore, if I'm telling you that you're good to go, you should be fine, good to go, and let's just go.
But it's a matter of me being comfortable with myself.
I'm still good because I understand it's a journey, and you gotta accept it the way it is.
Okay, and if I don't have anything that matches you have to match your mood, match your, your body type. You gotta match your shoes. Isaiah is a little more on the shorter side.
Shorter? Shorter?
Stop playing so much.
He's
so serious too.
How you feeling short?
Isaiah's 5'11" all day.
Girl, I'm 6 feet.
Isaiah's 6 feet with Timberlands on.
Girl, I'm 6 feet without them. I'm 6 feet, period. With Timberlands on, I'm probably like 6'2".
I'm 5'7", so sometimes whenever we're standing beside each other, if I have on heels, which he likes for me to wear heels, if I have on heels, I don't like being eye to eye with him.
Stupid.
I don't know. Maybe I overthink it because I was told recently that I'm an overthinker. So I could be overthinking it. You think so?
Yes. You're an overthinker.
Why do you think why?
Hell.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. It sounds like that, but I promise you, that's not what I said.
You see us? That's that overthinking. What
I
in
promise
the
you,
world?
that's not what I said. Isaiah's so stupid.
That slipped right on out, didn't it?
That's not what I said.
What?
It's really not.
When you rewind it back, you gonna catch it. What the hell?
Yeah, so we have a hard time trying to figure out the balance with everything. So with that, I decided, my mom was in town, so I decided that I wanted to go out with my husband. So we went to a nice African restaurant. Wasn't it nice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
went to a really nice African restaurant. What was your ideas on the food? Like, for real.
What's wrong?
Like, honestly, what do you think?
I think that snail
was horrible.
Yeah, that snail was horrible. And it was very, very hard.
The snail?
Yes.
Yeah.
That snail
was just so, and they were saying that the snail was like the best thing. I hated the snail.
It's a very, very chewy.
And then it had like an earthy taste to it. Like sand. Like literally sand.
Nah, I didn't get the sand taste, but I got the taste like I just wasn't gonna ever be done eating it.
Yes. And I didn't want to swallow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the meat was spicy. That was a spicy meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the food was pretty good. I really liked it. We tried African food before and we did not like it at all. It was horrible. It was disgusting. It was. I really think that they pooped in our food and gave it to us. Tell the truth. That food was so bad.
I can't remember the place that we ate at other than that one. I talked to somebody recently about the foods, but I couldn't think of any other foods that we actually ate. The only thing I could think of was like goat and stuff like that, but all the igusi and all the other names and stuff, I couldn't think of that.
Yeah.
Jollof, that wasn't gonna come out of my mouth.
Oh, that's the rice.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the thought of the name
of
it wasn't gonna come out. But the actual music was real good.
Yeah, the music was amazing. I love Afrobeats. That is my favorite style of music. We listen to that here at the house.
Yeah, it stayed up. The tempo stayed up. So.
Yeah, the atmosphere was amazing. I would definitely go there. Even if you're not going there to eat, I would just go there and just chill and have drinks and stuff like that.
Honestly, it was just a real good feeling to me, just being in a place like that and being around, being around other people, like being around African American people. It kind of seemed like other people, cause
most of them were African.
That's what I'm saying. We probably couldn't tell exactly where they from.
Oh, I could. Oh no, yeah, not where they from.
We could tell like their, we could tell that they wasn't probably born here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just being around them and catching the vibe of their energy, and just it was a real good vibe.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I'm in a room full of Africans, like people that were born in Africa,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Whenever I am in a room of, people that are native to Africa, I feel like, like your cousin that you're related to, but you don't have any relationship with them.
Right.
Like, I feel like there should be ties, but I'm not in, you get what I'm saying?
I feel a certain way.
Like a stepchild. I feel like I'm their stepchild sometimes, or stepsister.
I feel like in a way, when I'm around them and stuff like that, I kind of feel a little, it beat me up a little bit, because it's like,
it beat me up a lot.
Like, yeah, it's like we were born there, and all that is the motherland, and to not know, like my native tongue, and be able to have a real conversation with them, it's like that probably deal with me the most, because it's like,
or know how to pronounce the foods on the menu. Yeah, like I feel like I'm supposed to know how to pronounce the foods on the menu.
Because it's like speaking with somebody of Latin descent, and then then they say, well, hey, some of the Spanish words that they hear, even though their language is the
dialect
same,
is different.
The dialect is different.
Yeah.
So they gotta kind of think about what they say.
Process it.
Yeah. And then but naturally they still can hold a conversation.
Oh yeah.
They just can't catch the certain slang. But to us, we can't talk the conversation with them at all.
Oh yeah. It's totally different language.
Like if they switched up on us and they just start talking in their native tongue, or especially like I love to hear them speak French and stuff like that. And it's like I can't say nothing to you.
I can speak French though. I made sure I learned that in high school because I knew I was going to go back to Africa. While everybody else was learning Spanish, little old Ari was learning French. Bonjour.
Yo, get yours.
Other than that, I think that we had a really good time on our date night. I was really happy that we were able to find that balance where we can, actually do something with just the two of us and get out, because we hadn't been out in a good little minute.
Just getting out about anyway. Just period. Just getting out about and having that adult time and having our alone time, so we can always have a good relationship with each other.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
It's very important because if we don't have a good relationship, then it trickles down to the kids, and then our house is ruined at that point if that ever happens. If me and him are unbalanced, because in marriages you're gonna find yourself that sometimes you're gonna not align perfectly, or you're not gonna align even close to it, and we hit those points where our alignment is just completely off, and we can feel it. Like, you can feel whenever your alignment is off from your spouse. And whenever that happens, like, you can tell that the atmosphere in the whole house is just a little different, whether we try to make it seem like it or not.
Especially, it might be hard to keep that because you grow older, and then you
get comfortable.
Not necessarily get comfortable, but you grow yourself individually, and some people grow apart and stuff like that. And I think they grow apart because they don't allow themselves to keep it together, so that before they can grow together. They might grow apart because they're focusing on their self, and not as the marriage in a whole, and stuff like that. So I think we all gonna grow, but as long as you still keep that time to spend with each other, I think that is very important. I don't think I could have a marriage if I didn't have like that access time that I need with my wife versus need with anybody else. You're gonna have that time with your kids because that's your kids, and you're gonna grow with your kids and try to enjoy your kids as much as possible. But you are an adult and you are married, so you gotta have that time with each other too.
And he's very clingy to me, guys.
Clingy? I wouldn't say clingy. I think she definitely spiked my spaghetti one time before.
What? Like you so stupid. What is it? Witchcraft stuff? You such an idiot.
I think she definitely did that.
Ain't nobody ever spiked no spaghetti.
I think it's
we all know what it is.
We just had that mating call. You know what I'm saying?
He smells me.
So it's like when it's time, it's time.
Boy,
it gotta be around. So then you gotta drop that.
Isaiah is always clingy towards me, and I don't mind it. I love it. I love my little handsome husband. Give me a kiss.
Don't kiss me, stupid.
I just love it. Sometimes it does annoy me because I'm trying to do other things, and he always just wants my attention. But for the most part, I enjoy it because it lets me know that, it's a good thing. We've been married for almost 12 years now, and he still wants me.
That's weird to hear.
What?
That it's been 12 years and he still wants me. It's like...
You would be surprised. Look at some of the marriages that we don't... Okay, but look at some of the marriages with some of our friends that we know, and some family members that we know.
But that's still weird to hear something like that. Like,
oh, you can't imagine that?
No, I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't even picture something like that. Like, it's weird to hear that because it's like he still wants me. It's just weird to hear that. I guess I don't think of not wanting you. So hearing something like that to say that he wants me or something like that, it's like weird to hear that. Like, what?
It's not like a want. It's like a desire.
It don't hit home, I guess. But that's cool.
Hold on, do you take that as like me saying like you want me, like my self-esteem is low and he wants me type deal?
Yeah.
Baby.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when you hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, it's been 12 years and he wants me. It's like, huh? That don't, it didn't register in my mind, right?
Oh no, sweetie, trust me. Myself is, I know that you want me. There is a multitude of men that want me as well, okay? But my eyes is only on you. I'm just saying, sometimes in situations, people get bored by the same person or they want to venture out to other things. And I'm saying that my husband still desires me. And I think that is amazing. And it better stay like that unless he wants his cut off, period.
By what cut off?
Your balls.
Why you cutting people's balls off?
You don't think I will?
I know you will.
Exactly, period. That's another thing, girls. You got to put a little fear in your man's heart, okay?
That's
so he know.
Because ain't no being fear in my heart. I'm a lion. Prayer helps.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer helps. Well, I don't think. I know prayer helps. Nobody's perfect. Our marriage have not been perfect. I don't believe no one marriage is perfect, but definitely prayer helps. 12 years strong, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm. And whenever you're praying, would you suggest that you pray? What are some of the key things that you suggest praying for? Like if you see that there is a shift in a marriage and it's not like a bad shift, like I think that there's levels of shifting, like, you know, just because you're unbalanced, or it could be a situation where infidelity or something like that. Those are two totally different shifts. So if there's a shift where it's just unbalanced and you're not understanding each other,
I think a shift is a shift because as long as you're praying for the strength of your marriage,
mm-hmm.
you're praying for the blessings of being married. You praying for understanding in your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You praying for mercy from God already,
mm-hmm.
and you're praying for enjoyment of your marriage. You're praying for stability, and you're praying for health, because you know some people lose their spouses.
What about patience?
Yes, definitely patience.
Because patience comes in key a lot of the times.
Yeah. And just mainly just understanding that you're not perfect and praying for God to be able to touch your marriage and to guide your marriage. You try to guide your marriage on your own and go in your flesh. It allow you to do things that you shouldn't do or go the wrong direction. Just letting God guide your marriage. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah, I do too.
Letting him guide your marriage and let him, you know, work out the kinks and all the problems and stuff like that. Not every marriage fall for infidelity. Some marriages fall for money,
mm-hmm.
Physical health, like beating on people and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else could tear your marriage down too.
Yeah, bad advice. People give bad advice all the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I done gave bad advice in my lifetime.
Right.
I mean, I know I don't do it often, but I know that I probably have. I don't know. I try to leave it up to their discretion. I try to leave it up to what they want to do more so. But I do drop little jewels in their ear, like, you know, I accept Isaiah for who he is, and I hope that he accepts me for who I am. And although sometimes, you know, I say things, I know I probably say it quite frequently, where I feel like there's areas where he should be improving in certain things. I want him to reciprocate that to me and tell me the exact same things. And that's something that I think people mess up with a lot of times, because they, like, I tell you stuff, but do you think that I force you to do it?
It's not necessarily a force.
Mm-hmm.
It may come across
yeah.
like a force,
mm-hmm.
but you have to. Sometimes I may feel like it's a force right then and there,
mm-hmm.
but then later it has to sink in, and then something might happen, and I might think about something else, and then it revert back to that,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, she actually meant that.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it may come off like that, but then it has to work.
Sometimes I feel like in marriages, people are trying to force each other. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you're trying to
definitely.
force it you're trying to force somebody. Like, just let it. You can say what you have to say and then be done with it. Because if that's really your spouse, if that's really your man, you don't have to. I mean, any female, usually most females, they nag. I mean, that's just a given. That's just in our nature. But you don't have to. I don't know how to say it.
Well, I think they try to force stuff because they figure that what they're saying the spouse is not doing is a big problem to them,
and it's going to change everything.
Yeah, and
if they fix that, then it's going to change their situation.
And they feel like whatever you're doing is something that they're not willing to accept.
Yeah. And I can honestly say, cold-heartedly, me and Isaiah, we got married extremely young. We never had like an actual model of what marriage is supposed to be. Like, his mom and dad were divorced. My mom, she never was married. So we never actually had like an actual model in the home of what marriage is supposed to be like. And so we were young. We were young parents, and then on top of that, we were trying to take this thing called marriage that we kind of understood, but we didn't really understand at the same token. And like, we were trying to force each other into what we saw on TV. Yeah. We were trying to force each other into what we heard somebody else say that a wife and a husband is supposed to do. And we were butting heads nonstop. I don't think that we got happy with each other until we just said, you know what, he's him, I'm me, and yeah, we can do some fixing around, we need some fixing around the edges, but at the end of the day, just let him be him, let me be me, and as long as we're not hurting each other, as long as we're healthy for each other, and as long as they're not inflicting any kind of harm or pain on each other, then we're good. It's all about boundaries, because even though we're married and everything is one, you still have boundaries.
Neither one of y'all perfect. And to grow for a long time, you got to be willing to accept some things. That's gonna
accept a lot of things. You're gonna accept a lot of things.
What I'm saying is you're gonna have to accept some things that's gonna come your way that you're gonna have to learn
to cope with.
Yeah, learn to cope with, and learn to know that's life. That's life. Most people think that leave this marriage and go be with somebody else.
You're gonna have the same problem.
Yeah, I could go leave this marriage and be with somebody else, and might even be a worse situation than you were in before, and you might feel like, oh, well, I could grow through this and I could be by myself, and you might be worse by yourself too.
Yeah. And then another thing, you might get into a relationship with somebody else, and then you realize that that person that has no connection with the other person is saying the exact same things. And then you realize that, hey, that was a problem that I had that I didn't want to acknowledge for myself.
Yeah. And then
I realized that too.
Then I tell them, don't try to change the other person, change yourself.
Yeah. Change yourself. That's what it took for us. I changed myself. Isaiah changed himself. Isaiah didn't force me to change. I changed for myself. I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, I tell Isaiah all the time, he said something to me and it really changed my idea of like what we were doing. And I was just like, you know what? I have to change myself because I'm not healthy. Like, even if I felt like Isaiah wasn't healthy in the relationship, I'm not healthy either. Because for one, it wasn't just him. It was me too. So it was just like, I have to look in the mirror and tell myself that, girl, you did wrong too. Fix you. And as I was fixing me, Isaiah fixed him. And even we just ended up meshing together perfectly. We're so opposite that we're so right for each other.
Yeah.
Like complete opposites. I'm the beauty, he's the beast. Period.